What's up, guys? It's your boy, Radical. Now, my workout plans have been a success. More than 300 plus purchases and many more returning customers. You cannot ask for anything else, and people are loving it. The same life-changing and affordable prices still remain. So go to radicallatino.com and change your life today. Hey guys, do you have a product you want more eyes on? Advertise with the Radical Latino Show, where over 10K podcast downloads and the number 25 spot on the 55 All Latin podcast list. You'll want your product heard on everyone's phones and cars. Go to radicallatino.com/contacts and start advertising today.
Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Radical.
Latino is taking you to another level.
I think there's more radicals than civil. Radical Latino, you're buffing it. The radical point of views, I think his views are actually more dangerous.
He knew Spanish. They didn't know he knew Spanish. So they be talking that laga.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Radical. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, my people? What is going on? I hope everybody is having a great time. Everybody's having a great weekend, weekday, and all of that. Remember, your boy is back on its weekly scheduled program. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of little rough months or whatever the case is, but your boy is back. What is going on? I hope everybody is doing great. Remember, my the podcast is out audibly first every Monday, and it'll be on YouTube every Wednesday. So if you guys want to listen to the audio first, if you guys want to listen to the podcast first, remember, go to your favorite podcast app. Go to Radical Latino, and I'm definitely on any podcast, Spotify, Apple, Google, if they still even have that, Amazon, iHeart, you know what I mean? So just go to your favorite podcast app and definitely go there. If you can't find me there, go to radicallatino.com, go to the podcast part of the website, and definitely you'll see all the other choices that you guys have. You know what I'm saying? So a huge shout out to ya. Couple of updates before I even start the updates. Remember, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If this is part of the podcast app, 5-star your boy. You feel me? And also share and subscribe to the YouTube joint. You know what I mean? Also, I have a Rumble. Okay, if you guys want exclusive content. Exclusive content on certain things, which I'm gonna start putting up pretty soon. Go to Rumble. Also, I'm gonna start live streaming once I hit 25 subscribers. So definitely go to Rumble. Help your boy out. Hit that 25 so we can start, you know what I mean, doing these joints live and all that. So with that being said, let's get to some of these updates right quick. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. So Open Wounds, the documentary is I'm waiting on 2 people. You know what I mean? So please be patient. Please be patient. Okay, I'm waiting on 2 people. Be very patient. It's still coming. It's on its way. Okay, it's definitely gonna happen. So please be patient. Also, the latest video that I did about Antonio Batista and breaking down his latest interviews. I just want to know what you guys think about it. I made a video on it. Some people are telling me that I went a little soft at Antonio. I didn't really go in how I used to do and all that other stuff. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, I was going in that guy literally every other day. It's like a lost cause at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's really a lost cause. You know when you've been going at something for a long time, it's to the point where it's like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? If he's relevant, I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna beat up on the guy. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We have two different way of thinking, two different opinions on things. He might agree on certain of my points, and I might agree on certain on his points. You know, but overall, his message, you know, it's anti-black. Something I definitely don't agree. That's a core principle of mine. I don't agree with that. Nah, I got black people in my family. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be anti-black. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that's not gonna go down with me on that one. That's one of like my corporate. Nah, I'm good. Core principles wise. That's his thing. It's on him. It is what it is. Let him do him. You know what I mean? But definitely check out that thing right there. Also, I'm planning a new live stream, the roundtable discussion. It's gonna come out in a couple of days. I'm planning a new roundtable discussion called Tether Talk. Yes, that's right. It's gonna be called Tether Talk. Definitely look out for that. It's gonna be pretty much people from the diaspora, African. It's gonna be Caribbean. It's gonna be Latinos, just coming together and talking not only our differences, but also talking about our stereotypes and how to better our communities, and better our understanding about each other. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of misconceptions that happen, right? There's a lot of misconceptions that take place. There's a lot of misconceptions that occur within both communities. And when these misconceptions occur, you know, the first thing that happens is you'll start feeling some type of way and start looking at every other individual from that community a certain way. And that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case, and that shouldn't be the case whatsoever. I believe that a roundtable discussion, you know, especially having the funny little moniker Tether Talk, you know what I mean, will be something catchy. And also, you know, something to poke fun at these clowns that call themselves FBA. You know what I mean? But anyway, look out for that. Also, let me just give you guys a quick update. And by the way, I don't think this podcast might not be so long. I don't know. I'm gonna see how long it is gonna be. But so Tariq Nasheed, right? Recently had a court case, right? And I'm gonna dedicate a whole episode on Tariq Nasheed and my thoughts on that, and some of the people's misconceptions on why was I a fan before and now I'm not a fan after, and all this other stuff. I've said it plenty of times in other places. You know, the whole point is, you know, some people be like, well, he talked about Latinos. Yeah, if somebody talks about black folks in a negative light, y'all gonna start, you know, going at a person too. You know what I mean? But that's not the whole reason. These are little small things that start to add up, right? But anyway, so he went to court, and it went somewhat crazy on Twitter. He went to court with Brandon, who was Pan African Strikes Back. They had their little court case or whatever the case is. It went back and forth. Brandon said what he said on his side. Tariq said what he said on his side. At the end of the day, the court transcripts are gonna paint a picture. Funny thing is, before this court date, he had another court date on December 7th. Which was with a couple of the Native brothers up in California, who've been going at FBA, who does promote Black and Brown unity, and they hold seminars and stuff like that. out in LA and out in the nation and stuff like that. So shout out to them. And they went to court because they wanted to do a defamation. Now the funny thing is, Tariq Nasheed wanted to hit not defamation, I'm sorry, restraining order. Tariq Nasheed wanted to hit this dude with a restraining order, and the native dude wanted to hit Tariq with a restraining order. So back and forth. So that one court date settled both. You know what I mean? And when I tell you I have the court transcripts, oh my God. Listen, I put it up on Twitter. I just put 5 pages up on Twitter. Tariq is literally lying his ass off. He's throwing anything and everything at the wall, see what sticks. The court is even, the judge is even saying, I don't see how this is, how you're feeling for your life with this. I don't get it. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? He goes as far as to say, yeah, the native dude, he posted pictures of my family. And then the judge goes, okay, is these pictures of your family private or on your social media? It's on my social media. Oh, okay, well, you get, that's nothing else. You can't do that. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing this, right? And I'm seeing this as a bigger thing. This is what my question is. You people, you FBA clowns are out here, right? Demanding reparations and thinking that Tariq Nasheed is going to give y'all reparations, right? First of all, I 1000% believe and think that Black Americans should definitely get reparations. Let's get that one out the way. But y'all believe that Tariq Nasheed is going to give y'all reparations when he can't even get a damn restraining order to stick. What make y'all think that he's going to get... I got serious? So, I'm reading this transcript, and mind you, I pay for this transcript. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make it available on my website for free. Anybody could download it. I'm going to make it available for free. Anybody could download it. It is what it is. I'm just waiting for not waiting for the perfect time. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. I'm waiting for Brandon to get his transcript or request it. And I'm waiting for the results of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting for. So once those 2 transcripts are available, I'm gonna make it available on my website, and y'all see what y'all see. But me knowing the truth behind the scenes, right? And me seeing Tariq for what he is, and I'm looking and I'm hearing what Tariq had to say about the court case and all this other stuff. Yeah, my lawyer did this and that and all this other stuff. Whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, if that's the case and that's the truth, where's the restraining order? How come you don't have one? How come it got so convoluted for the judge that it was pushed back? It was pushed back a whole month. And not only that, the judge has to write down reasons why he needs a restraining order. It's insane. And the real thing is that what really happened was Tariq was in court babbling like a tether, seeing what sticks, just babbling and just saying whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was out there doing. And the funny thing is that you see the way he talks about it in his events, right? But the transcripts are gonna say the full story. Evidence is gonna say the full story. Evidence that says that museum wasn't going to be open nowhere near February because there were still tenants there, and they had their lease until 2024. And all that other stuff. So what was the excuse that he was going to give? You know what I'm saying? What was the excuse that he was going to give? That's constant cash flow coming in right there. I do not believe a museum is going to generate constant cash flow like tenants would. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. How much are going to be the ticket prices? Like $25 or whatever the case is, something reasonable, maybe 30. Maybe he might have that place rented out as a gallery, or maybe rent it out as a space that people could rent out for the quinceañeras or whatever the case is. Maybe that could be possible. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe, but outside of that, like, come on now. Outside of that, I don't see a museum. I don't know. It seems I'm gonna keep it 1,000. It seems like Brandon forced his hand to do something, and to do something quick. He did it, and he's stuck. He's basically stuck with this bill, and he don't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? He had a plan, but then it backfired. I don't know. But all I know is he promised his backers one thing and got something else. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's a legit scam. You do not tell me you promise. First of all, in any business, people are going to go to jail. Look at what's happening right now with the cryptocurrency scams. Look what's happening right now. You cannot tell investors, I am promising this, and then give them something else that they were never promised. That's called a scam. That's called a scam. Do not tell me that you promise a building of 3 to 4 floors and then you get a bodega. That is called a scam. That doesn't make any type of sense. You know what I'm saying? That literally makes no type of sense. In any other business, that'll be called a scam. And I'm telling you right now that these people are so blinded. These FBA clowns are so blinded that they don't know what it is. White folks know. Best believe white folks know. That's why he doesn't try that shit with white folks. When he was doing all that player Mac joint, there was white people around him. He had to move steadily with them. You know what I'm saying? He goes to the black. He goes pro black. He can literally sell these clowns anything, and they will not question them. They will not question them, and that's to their detriment. That's to their detriment. You have a leech, a cancerous leech in your community, and y'all still protect them? That's insane. That is called a cult. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, I don't want no fans or supporters of mine riding out like that. Me clearly, because I'm not gonna scam, but clearly doing something like that, that's insane. That's called a cult. You know what I'm saying? That's called a cult. But anyways, moving on to my first topic, Blueface and Christian Rock's relationship. Oh my Jesus Christ. Man, listen, if y'all haven't seen this joint on Twitter, first of all, let me tell y'all something right quick. Who Christian Rock is. This shorty, first of all, she was like an all-star athlete. She used to run marathons or whatever the case is. She was basically the female version of Usain Bolt. You know what I'm saying? She was a female version of Usain Bolt. And shorty looked it first. She looked it good. Not better than my wife though, but she looked it good, but not better than my wife. You know what I'm saying? Not better than my wife, but she looked it good. You feel me? She was all put together, all nice, petite and all that. She know how to talk. She wasn't on with the and all that other bullshit. She knew how to talk and all that. She wasn't illiterate. Man, when Blueface career was basically down the tubes, and he decided to have like a reality show type of show with women and fighting and all that other stuff. When he decided to have that shorty was in the first season, and I believe, based on my research, she was the only one scrapping with everybody. She was the only one scrapping with everybody to the point where she lost a tooth. Shorty damn near lost a tooth, scrapping with everybody to the point where she caught Blueface's eye and all that, and that's, you know, when they started their relationship on and off again and all that. But this relationship is toxic as hell. This relationship is toxic as hell. You see them fighting amongst each other. He is beating her up. She is beating him up. You know what I'm saying? The family, there's even videos of the family getting involved. The father sucker punches him. Everybody goes crazy. Blueface sees an opening. Boom! Knocks his father out, all bleeding and all that other stuff. Basically a bunch of dusty ass bullshit and a bunch of disrespect. A bunch of dusty, disrespectful bullshit is what I'm seeing, which is insane. No family should be going through that. No woman nor man should be going through that. It's a toxic relationship, and I have no. This is what I. First of all, this is what I predict, right? And I'm gonna go into maybe a psychology role right now, but this is what I predict. I predict that in a couple of years, a couple of these things is gonna happen. Either she's gonna find out that she lost it to a point where they're gonna fuck each other up so bad that police is gonna get involved and some tragic situation is gonna happen, right? That's one. Two, either he's gonna leave her for somebody better and she won't be able to take it anymore, and she'll be going through the media, going all crazy or whatever the case is for a good amount of time. You know what I mean? And then she's going to either go to rehab or whatever the case is and try to find her footing back again. That, or they're going to end up killing each other. They're going to end up killing each other. And you know what the sad thing about it is? The sad thing about it is like any other drug addict relationship, that right there is one of the strongest relationships anybody's ever gonna have. And that's the sad part. That is the sad part right there. That it right there, that is one of the strongest relationships any human being is gonna have, just like drug addicts. Have y'all seen drug addicts in love? Have y'all seen that? Yo, they will bite each other, punch each other just to get a hit, accuse another person of holding cash because they're trying to get a hit, taking a little bit too much drugs, just a little bit too much and not sharing with the other and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, they're gonna still cuddle up. On that subway steps with a messed up blanket, cuddled up together and sleep. Because you my baby, you know what I mean? You my baby. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's because there is nothing stronger than crackhead love, than heroin. I am telling y'all, if you think drugs is crazy, imagine being on drugs and having a partner that's addicted to that too. What? Yo, I dead seen two crackheads, right? Two crackheads that were, engaged. I don't know what he gave her, like maybe a crack rock or something, you know what I mean? But that were engaged. Literally fighting and biting each other, but they were so messed up that they thought they were really hurting each other, but they wasn't. It was like, little kid like hits or whatever the case is. Fighting over a beeper on how much they can get for selling it. This is years ago, because I'm talking about beepers. This is years ago. They were fighting in the back of the 42 bus in the Bronx. Shout out to anybody in the Bronx who knows what I'm talking about. Fighting over a beeper, right? That joint lasted maybe 15 minutes. Shut up, and all this other stuff, blah, 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 blah. After they both nodded out, holding each other in a gentle warmth of embrace, with his 2 blankets and his bag full of bags, right? And they both went to sleep, and they both said, I love you, right? Yeah, okay. They both said I love you to each other. You know what I'm saying? That right there, I said, yeah, that's not going anywhere. That right there is true. I'm telling y'all. Have y'all ever tried to break a relationship like that? That is the hardest relationship to break. I'm telling you, because not only are they addicted, but they're addicted to that constant abuse. And they're addicted to the toxic. It's like the drugs is like holding them together. You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all. That is the strongest love. I'm telling you, I seen a documentary called Dope Sick Love. They show the same exact thing. And nobody could tell me anything different. Toxic relationships and drug addicted relationships are the same exact thing, because they exhibit the same actions. Toxicity on both sides, and they're strong, and they will not leave each other no matter what. No matter what. And I'm telling you, when I seen that, I'm like, yeah, I want something like that. No, let me stop. No, I was like, yeah, that's something crazy. That's something deep. That's something crazy. They need help. You feel me? They need help, but I'm telling you, it's strong. So this is what I think. First of all, Blueface is just going about his business. Let's keep it 1,000. But he's toxic his damn self. So it's like, it is what it is. It's like, okay, I could get somebody else, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna come back to her. You know what I'm saying? Either way, he's addicted to it too. This is to the shorty. You know what I'm saying? This is the story to Christine, right? The thing is that what I see is that she never had love in her life. Never had love in her life. The way her parents were acting on that video, I could tell for a fact her dad wasn't around. She never had love nowhere. And the first person that showed her any type of commitment, she was gonna jump right through it. She was gonna jump right in it. And that is a disaster right there. That's a disaster. I could have told y'all that right then and there, man. That's a disaster right there. Any relationship with 2 broken people, let's keep it 1,000. She is broken and Blueface is broken. Let's keep it 1,000. Any relationship with 2 broken people is going to end up in disaster. It's going to end up in disaster, because at the end of the day, they're both hurting each other, not only physically, but emotionally. So they wouldn't care about cheating on each other, letting the other person know it is what it is. At the end of the day, they're gonna come back together, fight it out. We're not gonna do it again, and that's it. And that is toxic. That is toxic, because bet you $1,000 Blueface is used to that type of stuff, because he comes from a toxic environment, I believe. And she comes from a toxic environment. They both think that that's normal. I guarantee you that. They both believe that's normal. and they don't see nothing wrong about it. They don't see nothing wrong that they're doing. They're like, hey, I seen either my dad do it or whatever the case. You know what I mean? They don't see nothing wrong about it, and that is insane. That right there is insane. And those are the type of people that need counseling. Those are the type of people that need to take that mindset out. You know what I'm saying? Because being in a toxic relationship, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of fun at first. You know what I mean? Like, you be doing shit on purpose just to get the other one pissed off because you know what triggers them. But then when she brings out that knife, you be like, all right, relax. It was a joke. It was a joke. Relax. You know what I mean? At first, it's fun because you don't know what to expect. Every day is something new. You know what I mean? You don't know what to expect, but it's insane. Now a video is circulating around that she broke a Henny bottle. That she broke a Henny bottle on Blueface's head. Homie's leaking, unconscious and all that. Come on now. That's insane. But anyway, tell me what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what y'all think. It is what it is. If y'all agree, disagree with me, and all that. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving on to the main topic. I told you it was going to be short. I told you. Moving on to the main topic at hand, right? A ex-gangster who's actually an actor now, Richard Cabral, right? Breaks down brown on brown crime and the reason for that. This pretty much breaks down any type of messed up and broken community, to be honest with you. This could apply to black folks. This could apply to Latinos. This could even apply to Asian people, you know, who come from broken communities and go into that type of, you know, lifestyle that goes into that type of, you know, gangster this and gangster that. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is part of a podcast that he was a part of called Real Ones. You know what I'm saying? With one of the actors from The Walking Dead, and he was also the Punisher. You know what I'm saying? So I believe his name is hold on, let me see if I can try to get John Benthel. John Benthel. So that's his podcast called The Real Ones. And I seen this episode and I was like, yo, this actually kind of resonated with me. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna listen to it little by little, right? And I'm gonna intervene here and there, and we're gonna break it down, and I'm gonna give you guys my point of view on this whole thing and see what's up. All right, so here goes.
Yeah. But also with these communities, it's a broken community, right? What I believe the society, it's not just America, right? It's these communities, these cultures that are not of the colonizer, whoever colonized the fucking land, right? But if you are not of that, they put you in a place and shit just happens. And so for me, it's East LA, right? To me, it's ghetto, it's the poverty, and that's what it is.
But could you feel that? I mean, as a youngster,
could you feel that shit, bro? You don't feel that shit because again, you think that's the norm, right? This is what it is, right? But then when you fully start understanding the fucking sickness of communities, right? When you start understanding that, like, what the fuck? Why all the men in my family have been in prison? Why has my community continued to suffer? Why are all my uncles on drugs? Why are all the neighbors? Why are my friends? Why? When you start fucking thinking like that, right? And for me, that didn't happen until prison. That didn't happen until I was fucking set in a fucking cage where my mind was able to start thinking, right? But yeah, bro, that's the reality. A broken childhood, broken community, and my family has been involved in gangs since the 1970s.
What specifically? What gang were you guys in?
So my family's from one of the oldest gangs probably in the United States. It's the projects of B&E, called the Estrada Courts, It's actually where will.i.am came out of, right?
Wow.
Too, right? He was one of the, few African Americans on that side back then, and so it's the projects. And so what the projects were originally was in the 1940s, when all those World War II vets were coming out, they put these housing projects in the big cities, right? So one of them was the Estrada Courts, right?
All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there. So you heard part of what he said, and I wanted to let you guys hear that. How come, his family, most of his uncles are in prison, most of his family members are in prison, most of his family members are in drugs, and you even heard that these communities, these broken communities, were made that way. These broken communities were made that way. By the way, I'm not gonna let you see the visuals because I might get a strike. I'm gonna just put a picture up or whatever the case is. These are for people on YouTube, by the way, but for the audio people, y'all still listening. But anyway, he was trying to understand that, and the realization that he got is when he went to prison, which is insane because I could clearly understand it now. You know what I mean? It's white supremacy. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it 1,000. These community and that's not 100% white supremacy. It takes some of us too. You know what I'm saying? But let's focus on the system right now. It's white supremacy. Let's talk about East LA for 1 second. Majority Mexicans. And they're not in good positions. They're not running Fortune 500 companies and all that. And the funny thing is, the few people that point to certain Latinos who's doing that, who is running 500 Fortune 500 companies or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying, are the Anglo-Hispanics that got no connection to Latinos. They see themselves as different, but that's neither here nor there. But the thing is, what he's referring to is white supremacy. That's what he was referring to. He's referring to white supremacy. And this also goes back to why crime is happening. Why is crime happening? Because when you grow up in a messed up place, broken society, broken families, broken individuals, you won't get a broken outcome. And I totally, I bet you there's some of y'all out there saying, but it's also up to the individual. You're 1,000% right. It's up to the individual. But when you have kids that don't know no better, when you have kids that grow up in a system not knowing that there is a better place, not knowing you're not supposed to do that, not knowing that, okay, robbing someone, killing someone is wrong, not knowing that, they think that that's normal, what you think is going to happen? They're going to still perpetuate the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And there is a lot to do with, you don't have to go down that road. Like, listen, I grew up in the hood and I knew people in that life. I never was a part of that. Why? Because one, my mom, everybody knew my mom. She bugged out anytime I even went outside, so I had to always sneak. But two is because people knew that I wasn't about that. I just knew mad people about that, but they were like, nah, yo, chill out. I didn't know too much. Basically, I didn't know too much. You know what I mean? That's what it was. That's why I could get it. I was close to it, but I got away from it. And I'm glad that I did, because now I have a different type of mindset. Now I have a different type of outcome. Now I look at myself as, okay, let me start doing certain things differently. You feel me? That's how I look at certain things now. I don't say, hey, yo, I'm about to get a quarter brick, learn to flip it. Nah. I'll be like, yo, I'm going to try to see if I can get a loan, get myself another business, and stuff like that, being self-sufficient. You feel me? That's how I see things now. And that's how everybody should be seeing things. But when you live in those type of communities, that right there doesn't resonate. That right there doesn't go through. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame people for not knowing that. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it going. I'm gonna fast forward it now.
Well, none of that shit existed, right? So I asked my uncle, right? Hey, tío, hey, how? Because some of those murals say like 1979, 1983, 19 whatever, bro. And I was like, hey, tío, how was it back then? And he stopped and he was like, it was cool. It was cool back then. It was different back then. And then I was like, well, what the fuck happened? And we broke it down, bro, that shit shifted when crack hit.
Mm-hmm. Like a lot of cities.
But like Los Angeles specifically, right? East Los Angeles specifically. That's what, you know, my uncle said that before that shit hit, yeah, you had fucking, you know, doing a little heroin, you know what I'm saying? Downer shit, you know, a little acid, a little fucking drink, you know, a little, but when crack hit, bro, like it just took the soul. It took the soul, bro. Like, cause I'm from the 90s, bro. I started gangbanging in the mid 90s, bro. Like by that time, teenagers were knocking each other down for no respect, no fucking partying. It was pure murder. You know, that was it, bro. That was it. Coming out of junior high, blah, 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 blah. 13 years old. What the fuck? Like, this was it, bro. So like, it didn't like, all I know was different, you know, good or bad. Everything had its shit, right? But when motherfuckers, when women are selling their children, right? When fucking, you know, when these horrendous, horrific things that have never existed before crack and the methamphetamine came in, you know, that completely destroyed these communities. And that's what I entered.
Do you have
Yo, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all not feeling this right here is deep. But this is something that I've also heard from some of my family members. When some of my family members, I asked them, yo, what happened? What happened? They told me the same exact thing. Yo, everything was different before crack. Everything was different before crack. And let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. This whole, you know, babies having babies didn't happen before crack. It happened after. These junkie mothers, junkie kids, crack babies and all that didn't happen before. It happened after. And again, I'm sorry for some of my listeners to say, yo, why you keep on bringing up white supremacy? I have to. The history of it. Who put in crack on the streets? Let's be honest. It wasn't Freeway. Freeway didn't have all that great connections. You know who it was? The CIA. The Contra scandals. Shout out to Charlie Webb. The CIA did all that. The CIA brought in poison. And brought in poison by the boatloads. To the point where there's thousands of movie documentaries out right now showing how certain people benefited from that. Certain people were the plane drivers and all that other stuff for this type of thing. It was the CIA that funded all of this because they wanted to win a proxy war. And at the end of the day, the people that were supposed to go to jail for it, after it got blown and it got proven that it was the CIA, after it got blown out and uncovered, the people that were supposed to go to jail for it, guess what ended up happening? I don't think y'all know this. But majority of you guys know the story. Majority of you guys don't know the outcome. The people in the CIA that were supposed to go to jail for it, by the way, they were fall guys. Some of them were fall guys. Majority of them wasn't. It was, I believe, 6. I believe 6 of them. I could be wrong with that number. I believe 6 or 9. I don't know. But 9 people let's just say for argument's purposes, 9. I believe it was 9. Got pardoned by George Bush, the father, not the son. Got pardoned by George Bush. He said, y'all didn't do anything wrong. Y'all did not do nothing wrong. Y'all did America's work. That's exactly what he said. And I quote, that's exactly what he said. On his speech on why he's pardoning these people is because they did America's job. And what was America's job? Giving our people poison. That's what it was. So when certain people are out here talking about, well, it's their issue. Well, it's their job. They gotta have responsibility. At a certain point, you're right. They gotta have responsibility. At a certain point, you're right. But when does the responsibility go to the bigger individual that's controlling everything, that's putting you in positions to sell dope, to sell crack, putting you in positions that you can't get out of, and there's the only way out that you think that you see is because you live in a perpetual way of turmoil. The only way out is, let me sell this so I can get out of my situation. How many times? How many times? You gotta keep it 1,000, my people. How many times? You know what I'm saying? And these people got pardoned, but yet they got the gall. They got the gall to say that white boy who exposed the NSA, was it Snowden? He's an enemy of the state. No. He's a hero of the state. He's a hero. They have the gall to say that white. Get out of here with that. But we're gonna listen to one last clip, and then I'm gonna give you my conclusion, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. All right?
For me, bro, if you want to know what the fuck it is, bro, I'm an only child, fucking broken family, bro. My fucking dad left, and here I am with my mom, and my mom's fucked up, bro. They're all fucked up. All fucking ghettos are fucked up. People that stay in that mentality, yeah, they want to get out, bro. But if you're there, you're fucking fucked up, right? So my mom fucking does her thing, right? Fuck it, right? So here I am, bro, fucking 2 years old, fucking you know what I'm saying? Like fucking mom loves more motherfuckers. Mom loves these motherfuckers more than me.
Do you remember how that felt as a child? Did you feel that as a child?
Bro. That's why you hit the streets. That's why. You're supposed to fucking love me and you don't love me? Well, fuck it, I'm gonna get this love, baby. Fuck it, man. This is what it is, right? Those fucking, I used to be on those streets fucking running so tough, bro. I used to look forward to the days I used to get busted, because at least I have a warm-ass cot. At least I knew where I was gonna fucking sleep at. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, fuck it. This is what it is, bro. There ain't no fucking, you're crying for help, bro. Ain't nobody coming. Nobody comes, bro. Yeah, bro, I wish somebody would have fucking came. Nobody fucking came. And nobody came from all them fucking kids that were housed in jail to me, bro. I was institutionalized when I was 13 years old till I was 25. I was in a fucking cage till I was 13 till I was 25. Not all together, but you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, that shit's better than fucking being on those streets and being in a fucking home that ain't got no love, bro.
Can you give me an example of love that you found from your homies or from people on the street?
Bro, bro, it's like at the end of the day, dog, like if you tell me you're gonna ride with me, bro, fuck it, bro, I'll ride with you, bro. Like that's it, bro. That's it, bro. Like
what is
fucking,
it? Yeah.
And it's like that, bro. Like all of them fools, dog, all fucking, all of them, bro, all of my friends, bro, all of them were all fucked up, and here we are. Fuck it, dog. At least we're gonna be fucked up together, right? Fuck it. And that's it, bro. You fucking and you form this fucking bond, bro, that is unbreakable, because at the end of the day, we're all little warriors. We're all little men that we're not mentored the right way, bro. This fire in us has to be fucking dealt with, But if there's nowhere to deal with it, you're gonna fucking you max out, know, in whatever way. And And that's it, bro. You know, it's that love, and then that's it. That's it. You can't break that shit, right?
Damn. Oh my God. And I'm gonna have to agree when it comes to that. I believe that he said it himself. It's that love. If you're in a situation, if you're in a household where you call an individual mom, another individual dad, and you're by yourself or you got siblings and nobody's caring for you, yeah, you're gonna feel alone in a household full of people. You're gonna feel alone. How crazy is that, right? You feel alone around people. You feel alone around people. How crazy is that? You know what I'm saying? It's like nowadays, with social media, you got so many likes, but yet that don't really do much. You know what I'm saying? You got so many followers, but that don't really, you know what I'm saying? But you're alone in a household full of people, which is insane. So what does that really tell you? You know what I'm saying? What does that really tell you? So the thing is that when these certain things get told, when these certain things are exposed, when these certain things are said, sometimes people write that off. It's like, oh, you're from where? Whatever, it is what it is. Or you're just a little delinquent. It is what it is. Nah, those are the only people right then and there that need to, grab this person. Like, yo, I'm gonna try to put you in the right path. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in a broken situation, what other path you're gonna get besides a broken path? There's no yellow brick road for us. You feel me? There's no yellow brick road. It's a concrete messed up road with a bunch of potholes in it. You feel me? So I understand where he's coming from, but I'm glad this brother got out. Shout out to him. And if you're in a situation like that, if you're young, if you're listening to me, listen, life has a greater plan for you, okay? Life doesn't want you just to be messed up in the game, gang banging and doing crime just because you feel the love of individuals around you that's doing the same thing, and your parents are either too busy or too messed up to give you the love. Nah, just know that you could get yourself out of that. You know what I'm saying? Know that you could get yourself out of that, and know that it's a bigger life has a bigger plan for you. You feel me? But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me what you guys think. Catch y'all later. Peace.